Welcome! It's your friendly neighborhood Badger here, and I'm back to talk about Siege of the Atlas. More specifically, what I am planning to start in Siege of the Atlas. Yes, I know the league announcement hasn't actually officially happened yet. We don't have patch notes, but I have been overcome with excitement with a few buffs coming to one of my favorite skills that I have not really played because it hasn't been in an amazing spot. However, what you're seeing behind you is a YouTuber by the name of BGG1996. I'll put the link down below to his videos. Go subscribe, anything like that, whatever you would like to do, because he has showcased Lightning Tendrils doing fairly well in Scourge League. Now, the pops are coming from Occultist here. This is an Occultist. I don't want to play an Occultist. I kind of want to play an Elementalist, and it is being carried by a few X worth of gear. However, it's doing really, really well. And I think Lightning Tendrils is going to be a really fun skill to play coming into the next league. Why? Well, it's getting around about an 80% damage buff. Now, I'll show you the numbers in a moment, but Lightning Tendrils has always had a downside, and that downside is not amazing area coverage and not amazing damage, specifically because you are standing still and channeling. Channeling skills kind of have to be much more powerful than many other skills in the game to even warrant playing them, just because of the playstyle of channeling. You have to stand there and you have to, tank things. Otherwise, if you're moving around, you're not dealing DPS like you would be on something like a dot build or a poison build or something like that. Now, there is the next video coming up is, well, hang on. I think I could play it here for you. Not this one. What I want to play is that same build, but actually without the pops, without the Lightning Tendrils pops. No Profane Bloom clear right here. Because you can see, it can still clear fairly well with the investment that this person has put into it without the Profane Bloom. So don't be like, oh, it's only being carried by Profane Bloom. So that's totally fine. Is it going to be the best build in the world? No, definitely not. Is it going to be a fun build? Yeah, Lightning Tendrils is really, really cool, and hopefully some sort of MTX might come out for it, because it does not have an MTX yet. Any of the MTX team, if you're listening to this, please, some sort of Lightning Tendrils MTX, I would love that. Let's get into the meat of it, though, because I would really like to talk about Lightning Tendrils itself. It's right here in the manifesto. They've talked about numbers, and these are subject to change, but it's getting a triple buff. Obviously, it's getting a base damage buff of 55 to 1052 at gem level 20, previously 37 to 703, around about a 45% buff, as they did state before. But then the stronger pulses are now dealing 200% more damage with hits and ailments, previously 100%. So this is basically a 50% buff in the stronger pulses area, which equates to, I think, around about, I can't remember exactly. Well, yeah, it's quite a bit more damage, but it now has a 100% effectiveness of added damage at all gem levels, previously 65%, a 50% increase of added damage. Now, this is actually really significant because Lightning Tendrils is a really fast-hitting ability. With a 100% effectiveness, that's basically any added flat damage to spells you have is going straight into that Lightning Tendrils. It might look like quite a low base here, but the plan is to stack added lightning damage. This is going to be done through a few different ways, but one of the ways is a really, really cheap staff that not many people use, but is extremely strong on League Start, which is any of the Agnerod staffs. Agnerod West, North, East, or South. Agnerod West, or any of the Agnerods, is giving you, well, it does have a 40% increased strength requirement, but we can easily do that because we'll get down and get some armor in the Marauder section. Gives you some intelligence, increased lightning damage, 5 to 15 to 100 to 140 lightning damage, added lightning damage to spells, plus 2 to level of all lightning spell skill gems, and damage penetrates 20% of lightning resistance. Just equipping this almost gives you an 80% damage increase if you don't have any weapons equipped right here. So this is very, very strong. You can then also in the late game scale something like Doriani's Prototype. We all know about the scaling of this. The lightning resistance does not affect lightning damage taken, and armor also applies to lightning damage taken from hits, and nearby enemies have lightning resistance equal to yours. So you stack a bunch of negative lightning resistance, going to be a lot easier with that new duel, although it might be a bit of a chase duel there. But Doriani's Prototype is definitely an option because we will be scaling Grace, Determination, and Defiance banner for some defenses right there. A really, really good kind of triplet of defensive auras to put on yourself. And as I think I stated before, I do kind of want to play an Elementalist. Now, Elementalist has a few things going for it. The first thing is we can scale shock effectiveness, meaning that we can increase our damage by a lot when we always shock enemies. And shocks from hits always increase damage taken by at least 15%, but we'll be scaling that to anywhere from 30 to 60%, depending on whether we get nice cluster setups or anything like that. Now, we are also scaling Mastermind of Discord and Heart of Destruction. Heart of Destruction is giving you 60% increased area of effect, which is really, really strong for Lightning Tendrils. It needs that area of effect to get that kind of semicircle shape AoE covering the whole screen. And then, you know, Bastion of Elements for some elemental defenses right there as well, because we will be taking a lot of notables. I really like Elementalist. You can get a bunch of staff block nodes on the tree. You can also get a bunch of cast speed and lightning damage. There's a few nodes that have cast speed and lightning damage in the same thing, and some flat cast speed ones. Cast speed is very, very important for Lightning Tendrils as well. Now, there may even be some sort of self-cast lightning skill coming through in the next patch that they might be introducing, some new skill. If so, I'm probably going to try it out with this build, but Lightning Tendrils has always been a soft spot for me, so I really, really want to give this one a red-hot go. And I know I, in the past, am a little bit of a rollerholic. I'm making a pact within myself to stick with my starting build, no matter how much I might not enjoy it, which I'm definitely going to enjoy this, but I'm going to be sticking with it and trying to show that we can really push through and make a build work, no matter what kind of build it is. So this Lightning Tendrils build is a little bit of a test of my own patience with builds, and a test to really show that, hey, things can be done with pretty much anything in the game. And with these buffs to self-cast, I really think that we'll be able to down most content in the game. We don't know what the content is, but I'm kind of fingers crossed and praying for that. It's going to be a lot of fun, so you can come catch us live doing that. The last little thing I want to talk about with Lightning Tendrils is just the skill itself. Just to quickly talk about it, as you can see here, the Stronger Pulse is dealing 100% more damage with hits and ailments, and you release a Stronger Pulse every 4 pulses. So this damage right here, you basically times it by 1.25, because 100% more damage with hits and ailments every 4 pulses is about 25% more damage. This is going to be going to 200% more damage with hits and ailments every 4 pulses, which is going to mean it's 300%, and then, you know, you can figure that out yourself. My math isn't that amazing right now. Bless me. Alright, so that's all I really have to say there. As I said, this is subject to change, but I'm really, really almost certain that I'm going to be playing Lightning Tendrils just because it looks so much fun. We're going to be getting a lot of cast speed, which means that movement with Lightning Warp is actually going to be really efficient, as you may have seen here in the video. The Lightning Warp efficiency with the movement is really, really nice, and it's really thematic. Yeah, that's basically all I really have to say. The live stream is happening as of upload of this video of all of the announcement of Siege of the Atlas is happening probably, 9 to 10 hours away. But any Path of Exile streamer can co-stream it. They're free to co-stream it, and that's what I'm going to be doing. So if you want to come watch us live on twitch.tv/thisisbadger, you definitely can do so, and there are drops. If you watch for 45 minutes on anyone that's streaming Path of Exile during that time, you get some really, really cool wings. So come and watch us, have a fun time. We're going to have a bit of a party, and then I'm going to be releasing a ton of informational content for you all on YouTube if you missed it. If you missed the live stream or anything like that, or if you just want to rehash certain parts of the live stream, all that content will be on YouTube within the next coming days right there. So, thank you so much for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed this content. Hit the sub button if you haven't yet. We're really close to 40,000, even might be 40,000 subs now as I've uploaded this video. But if not, hit the sub. If we are 40,000, let's get to 50,000 as quick as we dang possibly can. Thanks for watching, and until next time, Badger is out.